good evening to you, and many thanks for staying with us on Royal FM 95.1. Eloy. There is news around the globe. First, the headlines. President Tinubu nominates Bernard Doro as humanitarian minister. Reps move to resolve dispute between Pengassan Dangote refinery. Kuje court remands Nnamdi Kanu's brother, lawyer, over Abuja protest. Scores fare dead as petrol tanker explodes on Bida, Agay Road in Niger State. On the foreign scene, former French President Nicolas Sarkozy begins 5-year prison sentence. In business news, Nigeria's net domestic credit drops by 12.8% to 98.97 trillion naira. In tech news, Veeam Software acquires Security AI in $1.73 billion deal. In entertainment news, actor Sean Fakwa holds Nigeria's first ever wedding on a moving train. And in sport, US-based boxer Kingsley Ibe challenges Anthony Joshua to fight in Nigeria. You are listening to Royal FM 95.1 Ilorin. Enjoy good radio Royal FM 95.1 wherever you are by downloading the Royal FM app on Google Play Store. You can also listen to us by visiting the Royal FM website at www.royalfm951.net.ng or watch us live on our social media pages. Details of the news comes after the break. Please stay with us.
Bala, come and go and throw this dirty inside the gutter so the rain go fit wash am comot.
Abba, Mama Bala, why you go dey throway dirty inside gutter?
My customer, na just small dirty wey I pack comot from shop.
That's it. Small dirty as you talk am. Just one wrapper, just one bottle, just one becomes 1,000. Trash isn't just an eyesore. It's a threat to health, to safety, and to life. You hold the power to break the cycle. But here is the truth. Will you be the one to destroy or the one to protect? It starts with you. Your one wrapper, your one choice, your voice.
This message is coming to you from Royal FM.
We're glad to have you back. You're listening to the news around the globe on Royal FM 95.1 Ilorin. President Bola Tinubu has nominated Dr. Bernard Doro from Plateau State as the Minister of the Federal Republic of Nigeria and forwarded his name to the Senate for confirmation. Dr. Doro's nomination follows the elevation of Professor Nantawe Goshi Itwalda, the former Minister of Humanitarian Affairs and Poverty Reduction, who was elected National Chairman of the ruling All Progressive Congress in July. The Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Bayo Ononuga, announced the nomination in a statement. The House of Representatives has resolved to intervene in the recent dispute between members of the Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria and the Dangote refinery, which disrupted the distribution of petroleum products nationwide. The resolution followed the consideration and adoption of a motion of urgent public importance co-sponsored by lawmakers Al Hassan Doguwa from Kano State and Abdisamad Dasuki from Sokoto State at today's plenary. Speaking and presenting the motion, Doguwa stressed the need to protect the Dangote refinery given its strategic importance to the nation's economy and its contribution. The member representing Shibok Federal Constituency, Ahmed Jaha, cautioned the House to tread carefully, describing the call for a probe as ill-timed. Following deliberations, the House urged its leadership to broker peace between the two parties in the overall interest of the nation. And in some other developments, a magistrate court sitting in Kuje, Abuja, has remanded Prince Emmanuel Kanu, brother to the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, alongside his lawyer, Barrister Aloy Idiomako. Another sibling of the IPOB leader, Kanuta Kanu, disclosed developments in a post on X alleging a coordinated attempt by the executive legislating Idiomako, Emmanuel Kanu, and 10 others over a protest held in Abuja yesterday. Court documents shared by the former chairman of the National Human Rights Commission, Professor Chidi Odinkalu on X, indicate that the defendants were charged with inciting disturbance and breach of public peace. Meanwhile, Barrister Aloy Ejiamako has confirmed that he remains in detention at the Kuje prison. He assured supporters of his safety in a post on X while expressing concern over the manner in which the police handled his arrest and arraignment. A petrol-laden tanker exploded after skidding off the road this afternoon along the Bida at Gay Road in Niger State. The Sector Commander of the Federal Road Safety Corps in the state, Ajia Aisha Tusadu, confirmed the incident to newsmen in Mina, the state capital. She said the number of casualties could not be ascertained at the time of filing the report, but rescue operations were ongoing at the scene. According to her, the explosion caused a serious traffic gridlock on the ever-busy expressway. It was however reported that at least 30 people may have lost their lives, while about 40 others sustained various degrees of injuries. The news is reaching you from Royal FM 95.1, Ilorin. Moving on to the foreign scene, former French President Nicolas Sarkozy has begun a 5-year prison sentence for conspiring to raise campaign funds from Libya. He arrived late today at the La Sante prison in Paris, marking a stunning downfall for a man who led France between 2007 and 2012. The former conservative leader left his home for the journey to prison, walking hand in hand with his wife, Carla Bruni, as supporters cheered and sang France's national anthem, La Marseillaise. Sarkozy, who was convicted and sentenced last month, becomes the first former French leader to be jailed since Nazi collaborator Marshal Philippe Pétain after the World War II. Shortly before his arrival at the prison, Sarkozy posted a long message on X claiming he is a victim of revenge and hatred. That is on the foreign scene. Up next is business news. Please stay with us.
This is Royal FM Business News.
And in our business news this evening, Nigeria's net domestic credit has dropped by 12.8% year-on-year to 98.97 trillion naira as of August 2025. According to the latest money and credit report from the Central Bank of Nigeria, the net domestic credit represents the total value of bank lending to both the private and public sectors. Analysts says the decline reflects monetary policy easing as inflation continues to slow down. In the second quarter of 2025, net domestic credit rose by 49.6% to 102 trillion naira in April. It later declined by 1.03% in May and by 3.13% in June. There was no data for July, but in August, it rose slightly by 1.2%. Commenting on the development, the Chief Executive Officer of the Center for the Promotion of Private Enterprise, Dr. Muda Yusuf, commended the Central Bank's Monetary Policy Committee for reducing the monetary policy rate, but stressed the need for complementary fiscal reforms to sustain growth. And that's business news. Up next is tech news. Please stay with us. In the world of technology this evening, Veeam Software has agreed to acquire data privacy management from Security.ai in a deal valued at about $1.73 billion. The move aims to attract customers seeking to secure and manage cloud data used in artificial intelligence applications. According to both companies, the acquisition will integrate Security AI's Data Command Center, a platform designed to unify and protect data across multiple cloud services, with Veeam's backup and recovery software. Veeam says the deal will strengthen its position with rivals like Rubrik and Commvault Systems amid growing cybersecurity threats. The companies also announced that Security AI Chief Executive Rehan Jalil will join Veeam as President of Security and AI after the transaction closes in the fourth quarter. That's tech news. Up next is entertainment news. Please stay with us.
This is Royal FM Entertainment News.
In our entertainment news this evening, Nollywood actor Sean Farquhar and event planner Sharon Ifunaya Madueke have made history by becoming the first couple in Nigeria to hold a wedding ceremony aboard a moving train. The couple tied the knots on the Lagos-Ibadan train, transforming its coaches into a beautiful wedding venue adorned with flowers, bridesmaids, groomsmen and officiating ministers who conducted the ceremony while the train was in motion. In a post celebrating the unique event, the Nigeria Railway Corporation commended the couple for their creativity and innovation. The ceremony has gone viral, drawing admiration and excitement from Nigerians across social media. And that's entertainment news. Up next is sport news. Please stay with us.
This is Royal FM Sports News.
In the exciting world of sport this evening, Arizona-based heavyweight boxer Kingston Ibe has expressed his readiness to face Anthony Joshua, insisting that the long-awaited bout should take place in Nigeria. Speaking to newsmen, Ibe said he believes he is the perfect opponent for Joshua Possible's comeback fight in Africa. He expressed confidence in his ability to defeat the former world champion while noting that he deeply respects Joshua and considers him his idol. It will be recalled that Anthony Joshua has not fought since his knockout loss to Daniel Dubois in September last year. However, his promoter, Eddie Hearn, recently hinted that the British-Nigerian boxer could return to the ring later this year or early next year. And that ends our sport news and the news around the globe. But before we go, here again are the highlights of the news and brought to you. President Tinubu nominates Bernard Doro as humanitarian minister. Iraq moves to resolve dispute between Pengassan Dangote refinery. UJ court remands Nnamdi Kanu's brother, lawyer, over Abuja protest. Scores fair dead as petrol tanker explodes on Dida at Gay Road in Niger State. On the foreign scene, former French President Nicolas Sarkozy begins 5-year prison sentence. In business news, Nigeria's net domestic credit drops by 12.8% to 98.97 trillion naira. In the world of technology, Veeam Software acquired Security AI in $1.73 billion deal. In the world of entertainment, actor Sean Farquhar holds Nigeria's first ever wedding on a moving train. And in sports, US-based boxer Kingston Ibe challenges Anthony Joshua to fight in Nigeria. With that, we've come to the end of the news around the globe today. The news was compiled by Rahmat Babatunde and edited by Amida Oladimiji Kolawale. You can visit www.rawtimes.net for updates on the news. For happenings around you, you can call the Royal FM News Hotline on 0901 877 7409. 877-7409. I am Ayodapo. And stick out for the news.
Royal FM 95.1. We are premier. We are royal.
You sabi do this hairstyle or not? Hello, madam. No, they use me watch film now.
Customer, no vex. I dey learn the style for YouTube like this.
You get data to the press phone like that.
Na data from MTN Oyato I dey use like this so. For just 400 naira when I load, there's sama me 7 minutes of calls and 600 MB data.
You be different kind hairdresser.
Upgrade your hustle with Oyato from MTN. You fit even get 15 minutes of calls with 2 gig on top for 800 naira. Dial *312*14# to join Oyato.
From the betting game, there are players and then Agba ballers, MVP.